Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm just back with some more daily numerology. Today is March 25th, 2023. In our inner world, we have a 25 that reduces down to a 7. In our outer world, we have a 17 that reduces down to an 8. So, coming out of yesterday, and maybe some person came in that is going to play a part. Maybe just love came in in some shape, some form. Maybe you were showing that love, but it was the idea of us being patient and generous and helpful, and how that leads love to us in one way or another. And whether that was someone that's going to help us with our dream, definitely played a part in yesterday. If look back on today, see how yesterday went. Sometimes the dailies, you'll listen, and I had somebody comment, I don't remember who, I'm sorry, that they watch and then they watch again at the end of the day to see how it went. So I love that. That's good to see. And, the more I realize, I know that I'm doing a collective reading, but, everybody does their collective readings. Like if it resonates with you, if it doesn't, I think that's kind of the same thing, more or less. Sometimes maybe sometimes it doesn't apply to you, but I'm always putting out some sort of like guidance in the energy. So either way you slice it, I'm sure it's helpful one way or the other. So on this inner world, we have a 25, right? And the 25, so this 7, right? The 25 reduces down to the 7. I'm going to explain something. So in the 25, when we have double digits, one number works to the other number to get to that number, just like I explained yesterday, right? So in the 25, we are working through the idea of patience and change to get to the 7, okay? And the patience and the change, what it's about is that the 7, this 7 wants you to reflect about where you are where you are currently right now in the moment, after all the self-reflection, the lessons, all the events and things that have happened that have changed you, shaped you, changed your perspective. This 7 wants you to see where you're at and how far you've come. It wants you to reflect on yourself and where you're at. It wants you to reflect on the fact that your patience through change helped you get to where you are, and really see how you view things from a different way and how you're handling things from a different way. The 7 of this wants you to reflect on that today. Okay? And within that reflection of understanding how far you've come today and reflecting on that, it's about the communication with yourself. Okay? It's about the harmony with yourself. It's about the spiritual growth. It's about the focus. It's about all of that playing a part in how you are in this present moment today. And yesterday, if there was something came into play, love or otherwise, that kind of gave you even more faith and hope about where you're going, because that comes out of love. Okay? And that in today's energy helps you reflect on how you're able to see things from a different way and handle them from a different way. Okay. I had some information come into my life yesterday that could have really tipped me off my mark. And in the past, I would have flipped out, and I would have been worried about it forever. And I reached out to friends, and I really looked at it from a different angle, and I was able to work through it and not let it knock me out. That was huge. And then today I'm reflecting on that, because I'm not letting it get to me. And I knowing it, and the faith that it's just going to work out regardless of what happens, and whatever is meant to happen is meant to happen. And that's kind of an example of going in, reflecting today. Okay. And understanding that your communication to the world is different than it's ever been. Your communication to yourself is different. How you relate is different. And so I want you to look into that today. So today is a really good day meditation wise, but I drew cards, and 2 nature cards came out, one from the numerology deck and one from the angel deck. So I think that nature is a huge play today. It's not very beautiful where I am, and it's cold, but do something that connects you to nature today. anything you want. Anything that calls to you, anything that you feel is like, has to do with like, taking the energy and putting it into this earth and feeling yourself in this earth and feeling connected to this earth through its nature. Even just touching a tree and being able to feel the vibration of that tree really it lights you up. It gives you reflection, and it allows you under this energy to really understand how connected you are. Okay. And so I think that that's something really good today, or just meditate outside. You know what I mean? In nature, put your body, connect it to nature, just sit. You don't even have to go into silence. You know what I mean? Just sit and just observe and get into a mindful state about what you're seeing, what you're looking at, the noises you're hearing, like really envelop yourself in that. That's a meditation. And that's going to really help you feel connected. And it's also really going to help you understand how much you have grown, how much spiritual growth has happened today. And when you come to that enlightenment today, it fuels you. It fuels the dreams. It really does. It gives you the confidence and the faith and the hope to just keep going of whatever happens. Okay. And then on the outside world, we have a 17-8. And I love the 17 because it's the star card in the tarot, and you shine, you know what I mean? So, but with this, I'm going to take the 8 route. Okay. So the 8 is reflecting back on you a couple things. And I think that this 8 is really about divine timing, and it's also reflecting financial discipline. Now, when I say divine timing, I'm talking about the 8 in terms of karma, right? The 8 represents karma. What we reap, what we sow, we shall reap. That quote, okay, is high in the 8. And the 8's about power and strength as well. So the reflection back on you today, okay, from this 8 and reflecting back to how much spiritual growth you have come to and where you are and how you're able to handle things, and maybe connecting into nature and getting more in touch with that and realizing that it's really a foundation to your dreams forming and you going forth with those dreams. Okay. So the 8 is reflecting back 2 things. It's reflecting back the karma of that. Okay. Because you've put so much work into yourself, the karma comes back to you, and it reflects back on this self-reflection of understanding where we've come. That's the karma reflecting back on you. You are receiving and understanding who you are because of the spiritual growth and work you've put in. Okay. And then it's also reflecting, this is way off, it's also reflecting financial discipline. And when I talk about financial discipline, I talk about, like I said it before, it's about creating a boundary with your money. It's the idea of being in a relationship with your money, knowing that you love money. Okay, we're not talking about greed here. We're talking about the love of money, knowing that it provides for us, it helps us, it allows us to live in this current energy that we're in this world that we live in. It may change one day, but this is where we're at with it. And we've got to show the money love too. Not in a greedy way, just in I love money. I love what it can do for me. I love what it does for me. And just like in a relationship, then you have to form a boundary. And that's where the financial discipline comes in. The boundary is being all right, I'm going to stop paying for this. I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to get caught up on this. I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to try to get this paid off. No crazy stress, but that financial discipline is reflecting back on you because in the current spiritual growth, you actually are able, your abundance mindset and the ability to financially discipline things is high, because you are so in tune with yourself that these things come easier than they've ever come before. So the karma and that financial discipline are reflecting back on you, reminding you first that what you've done for yourself is paying off, and you can see it. That's the karma. And then it's also reflecting back on you when it comes to the dreams coming true, that you have the ability to discipline financially to also aid in those dreams forming. All of that is reflecting back on your inner world today, making you aware again about how much you've grown. And the 8 in the outside is also about divine timing, the karma. Divine timing beautiful karma comes in, but it comes in divine timing, exactly when it's supposed to show up. So that's reflecting back on you as well, understanding that that's what happens when we're in this energy and trying to flow in our state. So go outside today, take a minute, connect, reflect, meditate, and really try to feel that sense of joy and bliss within your vessel today, because you've earned it. You've really done a lot of work to get here, and you need to enjoy it, and you need to be proud of it. And when we connect with nature, we even get more in touch with that. So that's what I have to say. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Saturday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.